What's good, y'all? So, I just finished season 4 of The Boys, just watched the finale like literally 10 seconds ago. And I think this is one of the worst episodes of TV I have ever seen. One of the most garbage season finales I've ever seen. It just literally makes no sense whatsoever. So I'm so ready for everyone to come out and be like, "Whoa, this was so smart, dude! I can't believe it! How long do the boys have to go? Oh man, we're in the end game!" Like literally one of the most moronic episodes of television I've ever watched. So this actually starts with last episode, if we want to be generous and say it just starts there, where Homelander sends the Deep and Black Noir to the boys' base, like the Daily Bugle building that they live in. They're there, and they go to kill them, and they somehow fail. And then when they have a chance to kill at least the Deep, because like Starlight like beats the hell out of him, blood's coming out of his nose, out of his ears. She somehow fails to kill him. They're just like, oh, Butcher's like, oi, like, why don't we kill him or something? They're like, we don't know how. And it's like, what do you mean, dude? You have a soup right there. Like, choke him to death, blind him, poke his eyeballs out, something like. So that's one. They literally had the Deep dead to rights. Sage is supposed to be this genius. Remember episodes ago when she had Kimiko, MM, and Frenchie like trapped at the gun nut rally, and two guys with AR-15s and a bunch of clones somehow failed to shoot them? Like, Kimiko would have just lived anyways unless they decapitated her, which they very well could have done in the middle of her re-healing, like just take her head off, unless she can grow her whole head back or something, but I don't find that to be likely. But oh my god, dude. So that was crazy. That we're supposed to think Sage is smart, and she let all of them live somehow, and then like they somehow like know where they live, but Homelander doesn't just kill them himself, and then they don't kill the Deep, and then Homelander doesn't care if he outs Newman as a soup. And remember at the ice skating rink when Huey was listening on them and Homelander tried and failed to kill Huey by himself? Like, Huey outran Homelander in the ceiling vents. So Homelander, who has X-ray vision and plane melting laser beam, somehow lost Huey. So that's, 3 attempts this season already at failing to kill the boys when we don't care about killing them or any of the dirt they have on us? Why aren't they dead? It is the most stupid thing I've ever seen. This is all before this new episode. I'm not even talking about this new episode yet. It's just 3 times this season we've already somehow not killed the boys. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Oh my god. Oh my, just absolutely delusional. And then, what was it? You get to, like, Sage is supposed to be so smart, right? And they had the whole web weaver thing where Huey infiltrated the party, and then MM and Kimiko just walked into, and they had Sage at gunpoint. And they shot her in the head, right? And they thought she was dead. And, like, okay, that's cool. Like, they don't know about her powers or something. But, like, she's supposed to be so smart. Like, she's really lucky these people who kill superheroes professionally didn't, like, stomp her head in or, like, cut her head off after they shot her in the head. And really made sure she was dead. Really genius, all according to plan there. You know, like, and we're supposed to believe this character's smart. And I saw people, like, last week after last episode or whatever, when he fired her, people were like, oh, it's all going to be part of her plan. It's all going to be part of her plan. Sure enough, they tried to frame it like it was all part of her plan. Oh my god, she's so smart that, she killed AOC, or she got Newman killed, right? Like the AOC lady and the main president guy framed, as if we couldn't do that ourselves. Like, that was her genius plan, that she got the presidency moved to the Speaker of the House. What the hell did we need her help for in doing that? As if, like, Homelander and 1,000 other superheroes couldn't orchestrate to get rid of the first 2 people and get it moved to Speaker of the House, or threaten whatever other schmuck was in charge so Homelander could say what he wants. Like, are you kidding? Like, it was so, like, I don't see how any part of her plan was like, oh my god, she's so genius just because she got rid of the first 2 people in line for the presidency. We didn't need her for that. She deserves 0 credit. Oh my, so then, going to this episode, I know I just watched it, but I'm already like, the swirl of rage and incompetence, makes it hard to remember the exact order of events here. But I'll start with, again, killing everyone. So they want everyone dead. They don't care if they just kill all the boys. Homelander's tried to do it. He ordered the Deep to do it. He's ordering them to kill, like, the guy who writes their movies, and even Ashley for some reason. Like, they're just killing everybody. So, like, why hasn't he just gone and done it yet? He can do it in an afternoon. People would cheer him on. And so remember when he killed an innocent person and people cheered for him, like, when he clearly killed an innocent dude in the middle of the street, but for some reason he can't get his hands dirty killing, like, a bunch of known terrorists. Remember, they were on the news on the FBI's most wanted list for killing Translucent and stuff. I know they got, like, kind of pardoned, but, like, people don't believe that shit. Like, come on, man. Come the fuck on. It's just so dumb. that they're not dead, because like Homelander has no problem killing them, and he has no problem with any of the dirt they have on him. Okay, let me see now. Newman, like, Jesus, man, like she's just kind of been stuck, I guess, and then she finally died this episode. So I don't really care about her. That one moment was kind of cool when Homelander zapped her and exposed her as a soup. That was kind of like that was the one like cool thing I liked this episode. Okay, I'll admit that. That was kind of like a neat little shock. But oh my God, like, Jesus Christ, like, she only cares about her kid and her husband, so like, why not just roll with the damn plan and stuff? And like, we're supposed to think Homelander's an idiot for just taking over, but we're also supposed to think that this is a super smart plan and that you can just take over. Because Newman points out to him, she's like, oh, what about arresting half your company and half the country? And he's like, yeah, I totally thought of that. But then that's kind of the plan that Sage goes with and that they do anyway. So if that ended up being Sage's plan, aren't we supposed to think that's a smart thing to do? Like, they're contradicting themselves. So like, Homelander not playing politics is dumb and smart at the same time. Like, it's very, very stupid. But she died, whatever. Butcher killed her. Like, don't really care. Felt nothing about that. Huey tried forgiveness for some reason. He thinks he's Luke Skywalker now. Oh, I can turn him back to the good side. What are you talking about, Huge Campbell? What are you talking about, dog? Forgive who? Like, forgive Newman or whatever? Like, how is that going to help us? They're like, oh, we're probably dead anyways, guys. Maybe we can at least try, talking it out diplomatically. Like, listen, morons, we have the stake of everyone else. Like, everyone else is at risk. Even when Luke tried to turn Vader back, like, they still had the backup plan of, like, okay, we're still blowing up the Death Star and killing the Emperor and stuff like that, Like, and they don't even have that connection to any of these people. Like, what are they thinking, this forgiveness plot? Their only connection to Homelander is his kid, and his kid, like, hates him and likes him at the same time, and Homelander, like, hates him and likes him at the same time. Like, there's no redemption here. Oh, my God. And then Starlight's mad at Huey because she got replaced by this dumb shapeshifter lady that was like somehow involved or something. It was very weird. Like, I guess she was supposed to be the assassin for the president, but that ended up not turning. We'll get to that in a second. But she's mad at Huey because he didn't realize that the shapeshifter wasn't her. When just like, how is he supposed to know? It's like an exact copy. We weren't shown that she was doing any behaviors outside for Huey to notice. But then Huey brings up like all these little things that apparently she was doing wrong, and he was like, oh, I knew it wasn't you when you put on this dress and when you found your car keys. It's like, why didn't we see scenes of that? We didn't see any of that. From the audience's perspective, Huey had no idea it wasn't her until they were in the room with the president guarding him, and she like said it was like a furnace in there, which is what she said that one other time, and he somehow picked that up, that the quote was the same. Like, so it just like made him look like he's lying, even though I guess it's supposed to be implied that he thought those things were weird, like off screen. But it's just a very dumb way to structure an episode. It makes the character look like he's lying. It makes Huey look like a dumbass, and then like Starlight just seems super unreasonable and annoying again. Like, they're the worst couple. They add like pretty much nothing to the show at this point. Oh my God. And then the assassination attempt is also just so stupid. So this lady is in the room and she decides to like fuck with MM and Huge Campbell before like just going over there and just like knocking the president's throat. Maybe she was trying to cause a distraction first so that they would open the door and then she could chase him out so she wouldn't be stuck in there. I kind of get that, I guess, but man, okay, but even if that's the case, the part of it that's still stupid is that when shit starts going down, for some reason Kimiko just stands around like a moron and just like looks all panicked and everything and doesn't stop the Starlight impersonator when she's the only person that has any chance of attacking her because she's the only other soup in the room, and she lets like 1,000 Secret Service agents just die needlessly for no reason, staring at her like a schmuck. And then the real Starlight comes back. She's no longer in prison. And this was so weird. She had to like pull her hands through the cuffs like she was Aaron Yeager. I don't know why she couldn't just like, even if she can't break that metal, why couldn't she just break up the cement around it, unless it's like drilled all the way into the ground or something, I guess, and just like carry the rock with her to wherever she's got to go. Like, she's strong enough to do that. She's like punching brick walls and stuff in the first episode. But whatever. What the really stupid part was that she somehow knew where the president's like secret bunker was and came to rescue them and somehow got in there, and they were even making a joke about how the doors take 15 years. Like, how did she get in there? How did she know where they were? She's been in jail for like 10 days, she said. She like explicitly said she was in jail for 10 days, but somehow knew where Huey and them were, and like the president, like how'd she get into the president's secret bunker? Didn't make any sense. And then again, we have another example of someone killing Kimiko, who it should be like on record in Vaught's files can regenerate at this point. Like, Victoria Newman knows this. Like, they know this, but no one ever just stomps her head or stops her from regenerating. The most insane plot armor ever in the show, man. And it's supposed to be more realistic. And oh, look, we kill people. Oh my God. So that was dumb. And then, not telling Ryan anything about his mom is absolutely ridiculous. So this was my issue with Ryan, like, this whole season, and, like, even a little bit last year. I was like, why is he cool with Homelander? Maybe he's temporarily just kind of flaking to him because, you know, he's mad at Butcher. I get that. You know, kids are stupid. You know, they'll go to somebody they shouldn't be, like, going with just because they want to get out of a punishment. But I'm like, they didn't tell him anything about his mom, and I get it. Like, it's heavy stuff to lay on a kid. But the consequences of this are that he's going to be another Homelander. Like, they know this. The audience knows this. The characters know this. They know Homelander's super strong. They know Ryan's potentially could be just as bad. So it's like, you gotta plant in the kid's mind early, like when he trusts us and stuff. It's not even like planting, like I'm making it sound bad. It's like telling him the truth. Homelander like literally like raped his mom, and they didn't tell him, and they like he doesn't know he's a murderer somehow and stuff. Like, Ryan saw that guy throw a cup at him. He knows that cup can't hurt him. His dad pushed him off a roof, and he watched him kill that guy. It's like, oh, so they want us to think that Ryan secretly like sees through the madness, but is also just a complete dipshit at the same time. And now I got to give him a little credit, I guess, because they didn't tell him any of the things his terrorist psycho dad did. And then he kills Mallory, whatever, you know, that was dumb. I like, oh my God, Jesus, man, it was just so stupid. Like, they deserve that. You know, because I was trying to make it, I thought it was more Ryan's fault that he was just being a like little moron. I was like, why is he chilling with Homelander when he did all this like insane stuff, including, you know, sexually assaulting his own mom and stuff. But they didn't tell his ass. So, oh my God, no. Homelander's like, fine, yeah, I'll just kill Ryan too, because we're all stupid and we screwed up the plan. Like, they should have told him this stuff like a hot ass minute ago, dog. Oh, jeez. And then the like last scene after Sage comes in and pretends she's not an idiot. She is. Her plans don't make any sense. The boy should have been dead several times. She should have been dead several times. I don't think she knew they were tracking her a couple of times. And then her like coming in and taking credit at the end. And Homelander's like, oh my gosh, thank you. I can't believe you're so smart. And you managed to kill one person and frame another person, as if we couldn't have done that without your help. Like, what? Like, why did we need her help for that exactly? Like, oh my, just ridiculous that they pretended we needed her help for such a simple thing, you know, to kill two people. We needed her help for that. You know, we needed the smartest person in the world to kill two people and get the presidential election moved to the Speaker of the House. Like, no, we didn't need that. Okay, we didn't need her help for that. Anyways, the last scene. So they all get caught. Like, it's looking like, oh, you know, the Endgame, Days of Future Past. Oh, we're going into hiding. And then they all get caught by all the soups. And you're like, holy shit. Like, I thought they were about to Game of Thrones us. You know what I'm talking about. There's like a certain scene in Game of Thrones, a couple of certain scenes where they just ice like the main characters, right? I thought that was about to happen. I was like, whoa, are they gonna like surprise, like end the show here? And it's not really gonna go to season 5. I was like, maybe I could have a bit of respect for just the balls of doing that, but no, it's just dumb. They're all getting arrested except Starlight somehow knows how to fly super well, even though she could barely fly before. I think she had like a record of like a couple minutes or something. We never saw her just straight blast into the sky. It's implied she needed tons and tons of electricity to even fly like that. She only had the electricity from like a shitty car. And then and then everybody else got arrested though. Every other member of the boys. Again, why are we arresting them? What does he need them for? I heard someone saying like, oh, maybe they're gonna parade them through the streets, you know, maybe they're gonna like make them into like a big spectacle. It's like, why would he do that? What does he need them for, man? Like, what? He doesn't give a shit about that. And watch them not do that next season either. Watch them just like break out of wherever they're being held, you know. Oh my God, like, why would they kill anybody except like Starlight. Like I feel like Starlight and Huey are maybe the only ones they would want to keep alive. Maybe because like they're the head of the cause. But like, what the hell do they want the other schmucks alive? They had no problem killing them a couple episodes ago. They had no problem trying to kill them like this episode. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense that they're all like how can they possibly win? You know, they're just random like normal people. They're not bulletproof. They have like all these soups now are just working for Homelander. Like, oh my, this is an impossible to lose situation. But man, dude, man, like they're really gonna screw this shit up. It is just the show is complete nonsense. It's completely gone off the rails. I can't believe people were saying last week was a great episode. I can't wait for them to pretend this week was a great episode. This is a perfect example to show you that some people are just kind of like shit at watching a show. I know like that sounds like dumb or nerdy or whatever, but like they promote this stuff like it's good when it's just so blatantly nonsensical. Like what the hell would the writers say as an excuse to any of this? There is none. Like there just is none. All right. Anyways, guys, that's the end of my rant talking about this stupid ass show. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Tell me if you think I'm a moron. You know, that's fair. All right. See y'all.